Mother of God, man. There's a person in here. I can't do that.
When officers opened this trash can, they weren't ready for what they found. Inside was the body of Zion Staples, missing for 7 months, but no one even knew he was gone. There was no missing person report, no school record. Only one person knew where he was: his mother. 24 hours earlier, on a quiet residential street in Rock Island, Illinois, 2 officers knock on the door of a modest home. The front door opens and 37-year-old Sushi Staples steps out.
Hi.
Are you Miss Staples?
Yes, how can I help you?
So we got kind of a weird phone call. Do you know Latricia?
No.
No.
I don't know anybody out here.
Some lady called DCFS. And,
What?
And kind of made some claims that you had a child that accidentally shot themselves.
Absolutely not.
No, it sounds crazy to me too. That's what.
I am so sorry about this. My ex-husband, his new girlfriend, this broad is off the chain. I have went down to Rock Island and filed a police report on her. She has made up different names, called me from different numbers. I have changed my number, tried to do everything I can.
Right. So they made some allegation that you had a son and he shot himself.
Sir,
and he's in your basement.
Come on now. You think... Look where I live.
No, I get it. Just so I can check the box off, can I look in your basement real quick and I'll get out of here?
No, you need a search warrant to do that. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm not about to have my rights violated because someone makes your heinous allegations like this.
I know. And you guys only have girls?
Yes.
Okay.
I have 4. Do you want to see them?
No. They said it was a son. I was just curious if that's even true.
It's not.
Okay.
It's a never-ending story with these two.
I get, like I said, I'm not trying to bother you or anything, but we get a call, no matter how crazy it sounds, we still got to come up and see if there's any truth. All right. Sorry to bug you. Like I said, we get a call, even if it sounds crazy, we got to come and see what's going on.
This lady, I don't even know what to say about her. It's never ending.
All right.
I have doorbell cams here.
I saw that.
I'm here. I ain't got nothing to hide.
Okay.
Staples denies her own son's existence. Instead, she blames her ex-husband's new wife. With no proof of wrongdoing, the police have no choice but to leave for now. The first welfare check yields only Staples' lies, but something about her story feels off. The next morning, officers return, this time with reinforcements and a search warrant.
She looked out the window. Hello.
Yes.
Sushi? Can you come out?
What's going on?
Well, just step on out. I'll explain everything.
Wait a minute, my kid's in here.
Okay, I understand that, but we have a search warrant for the house.
We're asking for your cooperation to be up front with us.
Hold on.
So step on out.
No, step out.
What part of the house do you all have a search warrant for?
The whole house.
The whole house.
You need to step out. Step out.
Okay, I'm gonna open the door.
Open the door.
We'll all walk in casually. We're not going to tear up your house or anything. So
calm down. My kids are in here.
Okay.
Please.
How many?
4.
And where at in the house?
They're upstairs. I just made them go upstairs. I don't want to scare my kids. Can we just calm
These
down?
officers are gonna walk in there with you, and I got a copy of the warrant right here for you, honey.
Can I see the warrant, please? And I can call my lawyer. Can I see the warrant before we walk any further?
Okay.
I'm calm.
We have a valid search warrant, so
I understand, but you haven't let me see it yet, and you're walking through my house.
it's right here. You don't run how we
You're not the control.
Okay. I'm trying to see. You all?
So I need your phone too. So the reason we're here, okay, is because we're investigating a call that we had, okay. The officers came out and talked to you last night, correct?
Yes.
Okay. We have to handle that real seriously, okay, because the allegations are that you have a son and that he's deceased and he's here in this house. Okay, so that's where we're at right now. Do you have a son named Zion?
No, I don't.
You've never had a son named Zion?
No.
Are you claiming benefits for a kid named Zion?
No. I haven't gotten any benefits for anyone.
Have you had any interactions with DCFS up in Chicago?
I did.
Okay.
False calls that were made.
Okay.
Correct.
One of the calls from 2021 DCFS came out to your residence in Chicago, and there was a Zion Staples there.
We had kids in the neighborhood come over.
So,
some of those kids that were implicated were not, in fact, our children. They were there.
So you're saying there was a kid in your apartment that was not your kid, named Zion?
I didn't say his name was Zion. No.
Staples doubles down on her bizarre lie. She now claims any records of Zion are a mistake. The officers know better. By now, they've been in touch with the Department of Children and Family Services. They know Zion is real. Just as tension builds inside the house, a discovery outside brings everything to a halt. A pile of branches, carefully arranged. It looks like a grave.
Circular kind of thing on the back. Landscaping. You see that circular brick thing?
And if you go back to the garage, there's a lot of more like sticks along. The far end of it looks like ashes.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Gray, real light gray. We'll go right there and take a look.
Yeah, I didn't want to touch that until we took a picture.
Go much farther than that, but it looks like ashes.
I don't know if that was from a tree or what.
Maybe that's the tree. Look back here. That looks like a pile of ash, or is that concrete?
Big picture?
Back there, or what's it on that great stuff? Dumped concrete. Is it dumped concrete? I'm hoping. Yeah. Do we want
pictures? Yeah.
They begin clearing it, digging slightly, but there's nothing there. Whatever happened to Zion wasn't buried in the yard. It was closer and darker. As no discovery is made outside, the interrogation continues inside.
But the part that we're having a hard time grasping here is with this Zion, because a DCFS worker in Chicago physically talked to Zion at a period of time.
They take pictures of everyone in your household, and I possibly had some visitors. It was probably the summertime.
So where would they get the name Zion Staples?
Zion Staples.
I don't know. People make shit up all the time. People are trying to turn my life upside down. They think I have all of this. I don't have anything. I'm a simple person. Sure. I work a job to take care of my kids, but people
how come
envy
Zion
that.
is coming back to you in your address here through public aid?
Man, this is crazy. I don't know. I think I'm being framed. That's what I think is going on.
While Staples is being questioned, other officers search her entire house. In the living room, an officer finds papers. He picks up a document on a table, and the camera catches the heading. It's Zion's birth certificate. The officers quickly confront her.
Birth certificate?
What is that?
It's birth certificate for Zion Staples. Zion Staples.
That's not mine.
Sushi Staples. Child, it's found in your room. We need to get this figured out. Stop
lying.
This. It's over.
Where's that kid? You need to come clean, because we're not going anywhere. This is just, you're just gonna dig yourself a bigger grave now. I asked you if there's anything with Zion's name in this house. You said no. So let's start all over, okay? Who is Zion?
Because we're starting with something that we're being told really terrible, and then we're talking about down here with maybe fraud. We don't know. But somewhere along here, we need to get the full thing here and understand what this is. So what is the part of this that this really is? Because you know what they told you last night, and that's something horrible. But then there's horrible. And then we're talking about, are you getting benefits from a child that doesn't exist but have all this stuff for? We need to know the truth here. It's done, it's over. We're in the middle of this now. We have evidence to show this now.
So let's start over. Who is Zion? Is he your son? I mean, the cat's out of the bag now. I need to know.
Can I just get my kids somewhere safe, please?
We need to. Here's the thing, hon.
I will go with you where you want to go. Just let me call my family. That's it.
We need to
come get my kids. That's it.
We need to open up and talk about this.
Oh.
And I know this might be the toughest thing you've ever done, but we have to figure this out now. This is as serious gets, and we need to understand what's going on here. We're too far in now. Okay? Let's take a moment here. Let's relax, but we've got to get this discussed and get it out in the open.
I can see. This is eating you up. This is eating you up inside. Okay.
Oh my God.
Who is Zion?
Look, I will talk to you, but can I please just have my family come and get my kids?
You have family here?
They're 2.5 hours away, but they can come and get my kids, please. And I'll talk to you, okay? And that's my word. There. I needed some extra help, okay? That was it.
What do you mean by that?
I had a person that makes documents. And it was just really hard. Like,
so is Zion a real person?
no.
Tell me about how you got these documents.
I know a person that makes the documents.
Which documents did you get?
IDs, social security cards, birth certificates.
Do you pay for these documents?
I did.
How much?
Over $500 because they look so legitimate. This person is really good at what they do. They make real IDs. They make everything. Hell, they can give you a whole new identity if you ask for it.
But I can tell in your emotion that there's something more here than a fraud issue.
You've been through the system, and you're not going to be bawling and crying like that
for over some theft
over a identity theft crap.
There's something more here, and we need to get that uncovered. And that's why we're saying, if you're not going to provide it, you know, we are going to talk to the kids too. We need to know what's going on here with this. And we need to unravel that truth of what's going on there. Because, like we said, until we can fully prove and know what's going on, we're going to search till days ends till we uncover and know where this Zion is. And you hold the key to that. And we need to get this figured out. I know you're worried about you and adverse of what comes of all, but
I'm not worried about me. I'm worried about my children.
We need to.
I can fend for myself. They can't. I'm worried about them. I'm worried about my children.
But this was one of your children too. And his soul is not to rest if we don't know what, if it's just like he's erased. He needs to be set free.
There is nobody to set free like yours.
So the kids are going to say that they've never had a brother named Zion in their life. That's been erased from their memories.
Because we're gonna look for birth certificates.
What, are they taking my kids out of here? They're taking my kids?
Hey, you told us you would talk to us.
No, I didn't tell you that.
You told us that you would tell us what was going on here.
Mommy, are you okay?
No, what's going on?
She's trying to take us.
Hang on.
What?
No.
Wait. Why are you trying to take my kids out of here?
Because we're gonna talk to them.
But you can't take... No. Can I call my lawyer? Do not talk to them without an attorney. Do you understand me?
Don't touch him.
I'm not touching you. Serenity. Serenity, none of you. Do not speak without an attorney. Do you hear me? Do you understand me, Serenity? Look at me. None of you are to talk to them or answer any questions without an attorney, okay? You understand? Don't answer any questions at all. You understand? You understand? Do not. Instruct Sophia and Olivia to do the same. And A-Marie, do not talk without an attorney. Because now you all are railroading us.
Railroading anybody? We're trying to figure out what is going on.
You're trying to figure out what happened.
Yeah.
And I just told you. And you're taking my kids out of my home, something you said you was not going to do.
Even confronted with her son's birth certificate in her own home, Staples insists there is no Zion. Officers decide they've heard enough. They place Sushi Staples under arrest on the spot, even before finishing the search.
Okay. Go and turn around for me.
Oh, no. I'm going to jail? What am I going to jail for? What have I done?
You just admitted to fraud.
So now you're going to railroad me on fraud?
Railroad you what? We're trying to figure out where your kid is.
My kid.
You're saying that he doesn't exist.
My kid. God, this is embarrassing.
The officers then continue their search. The search has gone on for hours. Frustration is building. Officers sense something very wrong here, but they haven't found Zion.
That's empty.
Well, it's for an old kid.
Finally, they move to the last area, the garage. It's dim and cluttered, boxes piled high. In the corner, an officer's flashlight falls upon a large metal trash can. It appears to be wrapped with a black trash bag. Suspicious, but not yet confirmed. Rather than opening it alone, the officer walks back out of the garage. The lead detective steps in with a flashlight. This is it. The moment everything unravels. In that trash can lies a child's body, heavily decomposed. It's little Zion. They've found him. The sight and smell confirm the unthinkable. Zion Staples has been dead for months. A veteran detective later testifies that Zion's body was stuffed into that metal trash can, wearing only his Spider-Man pajama bottoms. For 7 long months, that trash can had been Zion's tomb, hidden in his mother's garage. In that moment, Sushi Staples says nothing. The charade is over. Her lies all collapsed the instant Zion's body was found.
I should have done more, and I should have made the right decision, but I just don't know what happened. I am not a criminal. I am not a monster. I am just a mother who have tried over and over again, no matter how many times I fall, to get up and do the right thing again.
Investigators would later piece together the disturbing timeline. Zion Staples had actually died back in December 2022. In fact, 2 of his siblings later told detectives that Zion had been playing with a handgun and accident happened. It appeared to be a tragic accident, but instead of calling 911 or reporting her son's death, Sushi Staples chose a path of deception. She dragged her 10-year-old son's body into that trash can, hid it in the garage, and then tried to erase Zion from existence. For the next 7 months, Staples pretended nothing happened. All the while, she continued to collect government benefits issued for Zion. It was a cold-hearted motive that stunned even veteran officers. After her arrest, Sushi Staples was charged with multiple felonies, including concealment of a homicidal death, failure to report a death, obstruction of justice, and child endangerment. But what shocked the public even more was the sentence. She was sentenced to only 2 years in prison. With credit for time served after her arrest, Sushi Staples served just over 12 months behind bars, and she's now a free woman. There is no grave for Zion Staples. There was never a funeral, and for 7 months, he was treated like garbage. But now the world knows.